Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waltart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. I have a super cute card for you today. I cannot get enough of this stamp set. I think this stamp set is fabulous. It's Measure of Love. It is found in your annual catalog. And I find myself constantly making a new card with it. Or if I'm not using a new card, I'm doing like a framed art class that I'm using it inside with it. Sorry, my chair just kind of slid down on me. I had to repump it back up. Okay, so this is the card today that we are going to make. It is so cute. I just love it. This is one of the cards that I designed for my husband's Western Caribbean workshop. So both of us, I'm trying to earn the incentive trip with Stamping up to the Western Caribbean. And on Friday, my husband did a workshop where he was the Stampin' Up person, even though he's not a Stampin' Up demonstrator. He just taught the class, and it was fun. And this was one of the cards. We did 3 cards. And we did this and we had some food and we had some drinks. And one of the stops for the Western Caribbean cruise is actually Cozumel, Mexico. So we had some Mexican like taco dip and fresh guacamole and salsa. And then we did margaritas and we made 3 cards. And this is one of them. So we are still trying to earn this trip, this incentive trip, and we have until September 31st to do so. So, yeah, we're having fun. So let's go ahead and get started with this card because I think it's absolutely adorable. And we have a few pieces here, okay? We are using Just Jade as our card base. This measures at 5.5 by 8.5. And you're going to score it at 4 1/4, or you can just fold it in half like this. Either way, use your bone folder to varnish in those creases. Then we're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. One is going to be our basic white, and that's going to be the inside of our card. And then the other one is our flirty flamingo. Both of these measure at the same, they're the same measurement. So they're 4, I'm sorry, you guys, it's Monday morning. And I feel like I can't speak this morning. Okay, so both of these measure at 4 by 5 1/4, okay? Then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper. Now this is the Sweet Symmetry 12 by 12 designer paper. I really like this paper. And this is going to go over this piece of cardstock. So this measures at 3 3/4 by 5. Then you're going to need some scraps. You're going to need a scrap of white and a scrap of Misty Moonlight. And that's going to be for your scale, your weighing scale. Then we have just a few more pieces and then we'll get started. So this scalloped Just Jade cardstock is actually from the Scalloped Contour Dies. And the one that we're using the second largest one. So this is the first largest one. Obviously, it's the largest one, not the first. It is the largest. We're using the second largest one. So there's that. Then the inside piece, this measures at 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then we have another piece here that's going to go across the top. This measures at 1/2 inch by 3.5. And then to get these little notches, I used our Pick a Banner punch. So I already did that, but I wanted to show you that. And then we need some ribbon. So we're using this the Flirty Flamingo Metallic ribbon. I really like this ribbon. It took me a while before I purchased it, and I don't know why, but sheesh, now that I have it, I'm already on my 3rd roll of it. Like, I really like this ribbon. So let's go ahead and get started with this because I'm going to show you a couple little tips and tricks with this, okay? So we have our card base. I did not put anything on the inside. although I will say this says you more than measure up. I think a great saying for the inside would be our friendship tips the scale, or love you or whatever. But I generally usually write a lot in my cards. So I want the room, and I just didn't put anything in the center. But without stamping inside, I can go ahead and just put this in right away. So I'm just going to center that right in there like that. I'm going to set that aside because what I want to do is I want to put this designer series paper on our Flirty Flamingo flat. So I'm not using dimensionals to pop that up. And then I'm going to wrap this piece of ribbon around this like this because I want this to be in the center. So I'm going to kind of flip this over like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put my adhesive like that, and then that way it stays. So then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Of course, it'd help if I did it straight. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. Now I'm having some issues, you guys. Well, let's do this again. Again, I'm just going to say Monday. Today is Monday. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Now I have it where it's sticking. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put another piece in the middle just to kind of secure it. And I'm going to place it flat on my card because I have all this part flat. Okay. Now this part is going to get popped up with dimensional, so we can go ahead and do that if we want to. But before I do that, I'm actually going to do some stamping first, because then what I'll do is I'll put this on flat and then we'll pop it up. So let's set this aside and let's do some stamping. Now we are going to do a few things here. We're going to stamp the sentiment, which we are going to stamp in Just Jade. So I'm going to get that, and I'm going to stamp that. There we go. And we'll just kind of set that aside. Then the other thing that we're going to stamp, we are going to use the Just Jade, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick. So first of all, we're going to do our scale, and we're going to stamp our entire scale in Misty Moonlight ink on top of Misty Moonlight cardstock. We're just doing tone on tone, just like this. We are going to fussy cut this out because there are no dies for it. So we'll do that in just a minute because I'm gonna do a little trick. We need to do one more of these, and it doesn't matter that this piece is big enough because we literally only want it for the center piece. Now I'm going to use a punch that no longer, Stampin' Up! No longer carries. But you can, if you have it, it is the 1.5 inch circle punch. Nope, that's not it. I'm sorry. I think it's the 1 1/4. Nope, I don't think that's it either. I think it's the 1 3/8 I used. Let's see. No, it is the 1 1/4. See, you guys, if you have your layering dies, your layering circle dies, you can use that. But if you have this punch, yep, it is the 1 1/4. Sorry, that was confusing. The 1 1/4 circle punch, if you still have it, I never get rid of my circle punches. That fits perfectly with this. So we're just going to do that and pop that out. Okay. So I have that, and then we're going to pop that out. But we're going to set that aside for right now because we're not quite done. So now let's go to this part where we're going to build. So we want to build the bowl with the little cherries on the top, but we want it to be so that there's not space. How I do this is that because we're going to fussy cut this piece out and we're going to use dimensionals to pop it up and layer it, if we were to place this down like this and then we used our bowl, this might get in the way of doing so. So what I recommend doing is taking your Misty Moonlight, just like we did, and we're going to start from the very bottom, and we're going to do this because you're not going to see this. We're going to cut this out and put it right up on top, but this way you have a guideline. You have a place to actually build your stamp. So we're going to use now This is Bumblebee. And we're going to build this. See, now I'm getting it right on the top and I'm building it. Now let's use Flirty Flamingo for our cherries. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and use the Just Jade again for our stems. Just like that. Voila. All right, so that part is done. We'll set that aside, although I have to bring the Misty Moonlight back and I have to bring this little circle back because I forgot the little hand. So we're gonna, there you go. Put the little hand on there. All right, so our stamping is done right now. So let's go ahead and get out our paper snips and we're just gonna fussy cut. And a trick to fussy cutting, because I know I have a lot of ladies who hate to fussy cut. And I know it can be tedious. It really, it's kind of just time consuming. It's not hard. It's just time consuming. Always don't stamp on the edge of your ink. Always leave a border. If you go around with a border, then you generally can have more, what's the word I'm looking for? Control, I guess, is kind of the word I'm looking for. I find I have more control with how I, go around whatever the stamped image is. And you're just kind of using your scissors and turning your scissors with you. Okay. So see how I left like a border? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. All right, so now we're going to get our dimensionals out. And we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. And then we're going to just place this right over the top of this. Just like that. And then we're going to pop up the circle part too. We'll do it like that. And then I have these matte black dots, which I love these matte black dots. Please, Stampin' Up, don't ever get rid of them. They're wonderful. It's just something so simple but perfect. And I just placed that right in the center. And now I'm going to flip this over because I am going to just attach this flat onto our scalloped piece. And we're just going to kind of give that. And then I'm going to flip that over because we're going to pop this up. Just like this. And then we will place that in the center of our card. This card is so cute. I like it. It's so cute. And now let's put our bow on. I am going to use mini glue dots to adhere the bow. I'm just going to put that right up there. So cute. And then I'm going to pop this up. But this hangs over, and I want it to hang over. So I'm only going to put the dimensionals like in the center because I don't want it to, my dimensionals to hit the edge where it's going to, flop there. So then I'm just going to go like that. Now we have one more thing to do. Well, first of all, we're going to fix this because this looks a little crooked. Sometimes I look at things and I think they're straight, and then I look at them again. I'm like, nope, that's not straight. There we go. We have one more thing to do. Wink Estella. You have to Wink Estella our cherries. I love glitter on my cherries. All right. And just like that, voila. And there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this card. It is so cute. And if you do not have the stamp set, I hope this card inspired you to get it because it is such a wonderful stamp set. And right now, with every $50 that you spend, we do have our celebration going on. Or you can always add it into your starter kit as well, which to me is like the ultimate bundle. And that is $99. But you get to pick out $125 worth of product, but you only pay $99 and tax. Shipping is completely free. And if you do that right now during celebration, you also get to pick out a free bundle out of the mini catalog, the holiday catalog. So not only would you get $125 worth of product for $99 in tax, shipping's free, you would also get to pick out a bundle out of this catalog. Okay, you guys have a great day. Bye.